Hey, what's going on, guys? Dizzyrambunctious, and I'm back with another video. This is something very interesting that Valve came out of nowhere with. They just came out with 3 new things. Yes, 3 new things. Apparently they have a controller, they have a Steam machine, they have a VR set. Very interesting. So Valve just dropped a whole bombshell like yesterday, and they just released like 3 new things that's gonna low-key like win the console wars, I guess, quote unquote. I'm just gonna skim through it and give my input on this. So first things first, where is it? The controller, the Steam Deck, this thing right here. Definitely surprised about that because they actually did a controller years ago, and you guys know about that one. This controller looks a lot better than the one they released back in 2015, or I think it's 2014. I could be wrong. Let me know in comments. But this controller is definitely like they just took the Steam Deck. So hold on, let me get my Steam Deck here. It's like they took the Steam Deck and they just went, like they just crushed it and just put the trackpads on the controller. It's just literally a Steam Deck controller. Like it's literally a Steam Deck, but with no screen. I think it's definitely something interesting and it's good on the right path. I just hope it's definitely not gonna have me drift, because not like the other people that make controllers, they tend to drift. So the Steam controller looks definitely dope. I would definitely love to use that for my Steam Deck when I have, because I have a docking station for mine, so I would definitely love to be using that. I'll probably just get the controller, but I don't know. We'll see, because Valve has been killing it right now. Okay, now the next thing. People call this the GameCube, or something like that. This is called a Steam machine, and this, here's the thing. It definitely looks like a really good console, but I heard the specs of it, and it's, I don't know, it's not like the best of PS5 and Series X, but this is definitely really dope in the right direction, just because I feel like they're gonna definitely be bringing Steam into like living rooms, and I feel like this is more of like a home console. They're saying it's a gaming PC, but I think it's quote unquote a console, because although, I mean, they're trying to compete with Nintendo and maybe PlayStation, we're not talking about Xbox, because Xbox is down the shitter. I think this is definitely a good competitor for PS5. I wouldn't say Switch 2, because Switch 2 is on its own league. I think for going against Sony with this is definitely a good competitor from what I've been seeing. But spec wise, I think it's up to par with they say a PS5. I'm talking about the base PS5, I'm not talking about the PS5 Pro, because that's definitely not going to be better than the PS5 Pro. And what's cool about it is that you can actually change the frame of the thing. Where is it? No, it's not that. So this is cool. They have faceplates for it, so you could actually get custom faceplates. I swear to God, if they don't have the cube from Portal, the companion cube, we're gonna fight Valve. Anyway, I think it's cool they have the faceplates. I think that's definitely something different. I mean, we already had that, I think, with Xbox 360, and I think we already had that with, I forgot what console. I think it's only 360 they really had it for, but I think it's definitely cool that they're actually bringing that back, and especially for a new Steam machine or console, whatever the case is. I think it definitely looks cool, definitely in the right direction for Valve. It's definitely out of nowhere. On a random Wednesday, you're just like, hey, let's just stop all the console wars and let's take it over. And they did that. I have mixed opinions on it. I personally probably won't get it, because I already have a Steam Deck and I have a Switch 2 and I have a PS5, so I have a lot of fucking consoles. Yeah, I think the controller I'll definitely be getting more than the console. I think the console itself is for people that I think it's like for casual gamers. I wouldn't say casual, I would say like people that just want to be in the living room playing Steam games, which I do understand, because it's a pain in the ass to fucking get your whole PC, just pick up your whole setup and just go TV. I think this is definitely a good option for people that just want to be just sitting down on the couch and just playing on the big screen, so I think that's definitely a good option. And the fact that if you could probably mod this like how you could do on Steam Deck, it's gonna be a killer. It's gonna be definitely good. Let's move forward. What else we got? Okay, now this I was actually very surprised about. I told my girlfriend and she was like, we need to go half on this. I think this is definitely insanity. What's it called? The wireless VR set, or Steam? What the hell is it called again? This Steam VR set, I think it's definitely looks way better than a MetaQuest for sure. But I gotta see how they're gonna do this, because apparently this is integrated with Steam OS already in, so you don't need a whole computer or the Steam machine or the Steam Deck. I think this is definitely gonna beat Meta for sure. Here's the thing that I like about Steam, and this is why I've been always respecting Steam lately, as after what they've been doing with the Steam Deck. I feel like they're just throwing shit at us and just being like, we're not even gonna try to be in the console wars, but we are. They're literally just throwing out a Steam machine, they're throwing out controllers, the VR set. They're literally just putting stuff out there and just like being like, here, just enjoy. Yeah, so that's why Valve, I think, is definitely gonna really go with this. The only thing, chat, reason I'm saying chat because I'm also live on stream. If you want to follow me on Twitch, feel free to do so. But hopefully, if the price is good on these 3 things, like the controller, the Steam machine, or the VR set, I think this would definitely be a really good competitor towards PlayStation. Like I said, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be competing to Switch 2 because Switch 2 is on its own league. So Switch 2 has the handheld, it's a hybrid console, so I don't think personally it's not gonna be too competing with Nintendo. Definitely more with Sony, not Xbox. This might be a really good competitor if the price is affordable. If it's not, then there's gonna be a little bit of a shaky situation. Again, you gotta have Twitter just going fucking insanity. Final review from my intake on what Valve is coming out with for next year. I think it's definitely on the right track. I just hope that they price it correctly, because if they don't, then you're gonna have a lot of people with pitchforks and torches outside their office. Because if they don't, then it's gonna be a problem. But if they keep it at an affordable price, I think people are gonna love this. There definitely be a lot of TikTok videos, reviews, and a bunch of people enjoying the shit. So I'm definitely excited for what Valve is coming with this. I'm just probably just gonna get the controller. I'm not gonna get the Steam machine or the VR set. Maybe the VR set, maybe. But yeah, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.